Hey everyone, it is great to be with you for worship today. Thank you for the opportunity to share a bit more about More Light Presbyterians, who we are, what we've been up to, and why the world needs you to keep shining a beacon of God's liberating love in your communities. I am Reverend Alex Patchen McNeil, and I've had the honor of serving as More Light Presbyterians Executive Director since 2013. More Light is a national organization supported by over 300 member churches from across the country, 20 campus groups, and thousands of individual members. At More Light, relationships are at the heart of our ministry. Our over 40 plus years of organizing experience have shown us that relationships are key to changing hearts and minds towards greater inclusion, towards inviting LGBTQIA plus people to see themselves reflected in the image of God, and as key to working with people of faith to nurture spaces where God's love is known by all. Over the past 15 months of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been building on More Light's long history of nurturing communities that transcend isolation by offering spaces online for relationships to flourish. Through online worship, live virtual workshops, and individual pastoral care on the phone and on Zoom. We are emerging from this pandemic with the clarity of the ongoing need for community that spans the distance. We are also clear that white supremacy and the backlash to gains in racial and LGBTQIA plus justice is still ongoing, and that our faith communities have a role to play in disrupting cycles of oppression and injustice. More Light Presbyterians seeks to be an actively anti-racist organization with an intersectional approach to justice for LGBTQIA plus people, guided by a God of abundance, seeking liberation and finding kinship with one another. We are thankful that many in the More Light community are awake to these realities and long for education, encouragement, and empowerment to proactively face and disrupt these realities head on. At More Light, our ministry is to provide resources of support and education to meet people where they are and create a bridge to relationships of deeper connection to God, to one another, and to the work ahead. We do this through take-home webinars called Teach-Ins on topics of transgender inclusion, ministry with LGBTQIA+, youth, and a weekly Liberation Bible study on Facebook Live, virtual pulpit supply, and pre-recorded worship services. We invite you to deeper community and connection with us. You can be part of More Light as simply as following us on social media, at More Light Presby on Twitter and Instagram, finding us on Facebook under More Light Presbyterians, or you can become an individual member by signing up for our email list on our website, mlp.org. We'll send you words of encouragement, and you'll be the first to know about resources we're developing to support your communities. While much has changed over the past 8 years in the landscape of LGBTQIA+ inclusion since I've been serving More Light, the fact still remains that faith communities continue to be a life-saving space of support, celebration, and powerful witness to threats against justice. Thank you for who you are and all you do to share God's love. We are grateful to be in partnership with you. And now let us continue to worship God together.